Welcome back. Today we're on part 3 of this kitchen project, wrapping it up. It's the second day still, and we're going to be installing 14 JCC FireGuard cans with the anti-glare white finish bezels. Just going to show you a few tips and tricks of how I install spotlights. So a bit about this ceiling, it's already been overboarded, but when I come last time, I'll put some photos on the screen now, I already cut out the 70mm holes for the downlights, so I've not got to try and cut through 2 layers of plasterboard. So I've took down a wiring diagram, which is a fabulous drawing from myself, although I seem to still have missed 1 row of downlights off, but I know I've just marked it out here because I've got the measurements and it's looking about right. So I'll flip you around now. So we've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then we've got 2 in the middle, and then obviously the same along that back row. So JCC FireGuards, I use a 70mm hole saw. These are normally the CK ones we use, which is, they do work well. They do go blunt after a little bit, especially if you cut things you're not meant to, or if you do cut things you're not meant to, that's what happens. It snaps the pilot bit. So you can replace it by taking that screw out, but I was ordering some bits and bobs off Amazon, and I thought, I'll try an Amazon special £7 thing, and it blends in with my lovely red drill, so I'm just a bit of a snob like that, but let's give it a go. It has got a nice big spring as well, a bit like the arm egg bits, so hopefully it fires the plasterboard bit out, but we'll be giving that a go today. We've got the IMX 360 laser level, which Nick gave me a couple of years ago. Good little laser that is. Another little gadget I'm going to be using is the stud buddies, just a triple check that we're not going to hit a stud on this lovely fresh plastered ceiling, because that is not what the customer wants. So all it is a posh little magnet where you just go along the ceiling, find the drywall screws, and you know you're in the clear. Final little gadget gizmo thing we're going to be using is called a Dade. It's a dust collector. It does have stand for something, Dade does, but I can't remember what it stands for. But basically you put your hole saw inside there, and then it catches all the dust as that gives a good suction cup up to the ceiling, and then you just leave your drill there for a second for it all to settle in the cup, and then you empty it in your rubber tub. Marked out the first one, so this was 75cm off the wall here. I went a little bit more so it matches the same as the distance off that wall, and the reason we didn't go, obviously your worktops kick out 600, well the units, and then your worktop a touch more with the overhang, with the 20mm overhang, but we're going a bit more here, so 75, as that fridge freezer's kicking out, and then they're having like a bit of a dog leg and having like a big range cooker that kicks out as well. So I want it just in front, because if you're standing here cooking, I don't want it casting a shadow over you. So I've kicked it out a touch more, because you won't really notice it going in and out of cupboards, as they've got so many different lights here. They've got under cupboard lights, kitchen lights, like the main spots around. We've got a dining room, singular fancy pendant light going over there. And then we've got a big island unit going here with 3 pendants in it. And then they've also got under cupboard and under plinth ones going in, which are going to be smart controlled. Let's mark this one out, this row here, and use the stud buddies and then cut it out. Safe climbing in the loft and getting all hot and sweaty, I am using the stud buddies. So here, let me just climb up it. I figured out there's a joist here. I figured that one first, and then I go in line as well, because I know the joists run that way here. So I know it's there. I'm gonna now roughly go about the distance I remember them being. Might be a bit bigger than that. Oh yeah, there's another one. So then I leave that there and that there, measure that, and your different spans, you've got like 400, 550 or 600 roughly spans. I think this is a 600 span, but I'll just quickly grab my tape measure and we'll have a look together. So let's have a look. Yes, that's 600 nearly. 600 is just covered by my finger. So on my drawing, everything's shown. These first 1, 2, 3, 4 is just that last one, which I forgot to note down, but I know the measurements were 106, 106, 106. So I've just added another 106 on. So I'm happy this side's fine. I'm gonna hop onto that side, which I had a little bit of doubt about myself because I didn't write it down, so that was an error on my part. I'm gonna check that one for no studs nearby. And then if that's perfect, I'm gonna laser from this one all the way down to that one with the laser level to make sure I cut them out perfectly in line here. And I'm 99% sure I put one smack bang central of that fridge where it was going. So that gap was 75 and that gap was 75 off. And just to confirm, I've marked it, and then there's a joist there and a joist there, so I should be in the clear, and that lands in the middle. So now I'm going to set up the laser on the one side, but a little trick, what I do, which I learned from Nick, is grab like a little interchangeable wirra bit or a small screwdriver, poke that up here now. So I'll do that, I'll poke my screwdriver up, I'm going to leave those stud buddies there, I'll just take that one down for now, and then I'll grab my laser and come back to this first one here. I've already marked those ones, so then my laser can ping left and right all the way down. So then what you want to do is you want to set your laser to the unlocked motion so it can actually self-level, and then line up the plumb line of where the cross meets of the two lasers on top of that, and so it shines down there and hits the screwdriver we put in the ceiling. The only reason you put a screwdriver in the ceiling is so you can visually see it easier whether or not you're on it. And this is normally when the customers walk in and you think you're having like a laser beam fight. So I've set that up there, and as I take you up here now, you'll be able to see if I cover the laser, it's bang on that cross where it meets. And then if you follow it all the way down to this next mark, if I cover it now on my knee, you see how it goes straight through. So that's bang on in line. And then all the way down here, you can see how it's on that. Perfect. So I've marked out this side, all done, lasered, checked. I've lasered, obviously, that bit from the sideways bit of the laser. I've just plonked it there, just lasered this bit, and they're all perfect. And then I've just marked these two, matching the measurements off the drawings, and those two, because these walls have been dabbed out, so they might have ever so slightly moved. So now I'm going to stick my laser there now, and then laser back this one last run, and then hopefully that's everything. That's that last run checked. I'm happy with everything. I've put the pencil crosses. There's another layer of paint to go on this. The next step is cut out the holes, and fingers crossed they're all in perfect spots, but it's looking good so far. That went better than expected. Every single one is cut out, and as you can see, there's wires dangling out of every single one, apart from this one here where the old loft hatch was, as you'll remember. The cable is there, I just bent it out of the way to save the lads trapping it in and out of the loft hatch when I was not here for the past 3 or 4 weeks, whilst the kitchen has been plastered and other trades have been in. So realistically, now they're all cut out and ready to be fitted. I just need to go and pick up the JCC fire guards now, pick up the bezels, pick up the bulbs, get some earth sleeve in, and then quickly strip all these, get them connected in. They're nice and easy to fit because they're push fit connections, basically like Wagos. You just got to strip enough, make sure the grey is in the enclosure, not outside the enclosure. So let's fingers crossed they've turned up at my house and I can fit these. And then I've already done the board. Switching wise here, we've got a smart switch I've wired up, which we would have seen in the previous video. Back from the shop, I've already been cracking on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already in JCC fire guards, and I've just put up the smoke alarm. I will run you through the process now of how I'm terminating these downlights. I've been up in the loft, well, Talai, the customer, actually hopped up in the loft. Lovely customer, just hopped up and he had to do something on the loft, so he just poked that cable down for me and then run a nice clean run on the rest of these. But they've come with the new anti-glare bezels. These are IP rated ones, some of them are IP20. So these are some that I already had, and a selection of bulbs just to show the customer the different colour temperatures. I've actually opted for the IP65 ones, as it just tops it off really, a nice glass finish on the front of the bezel. Easier to clean, you haven't got to get dirt on the bulb. But yeah, these are the JCC fire guards, obviously fire rated. Says 74mm cut out, but I do a 70, so it's nice and tight. Let's open one up and you can have a look. So it comes with the 2 springs, GU10 bulb holder, this connection unit on the back. So what I tend to do, you can get these off with your fingers like that, or I normally jam my screwdriver in it and lever it open. And then you're greeted with LEN or Lenel, or however you want to pronounce it. That's obviously live, earth neutral. Doesn't matter which is in and out on these, I don't think. They're just pretty universal, just chocolate blocks. Well, push-in style Wagos, but they're super fast to fit. And especially if you know how to use your CK croppers and you've got some earth sleeving around you as a necklace, you can put them in pretty rapid. So I'll put you on the side now and we'll see how fast we can do one. So I'm going to show you how to terminate a downlight. I've got the bulb holder ready, or the can as people call it. So the GU10 holder, nice strong springs, a quick release system with the Wagos inside, push fit connections. I've got some earth sleeving around my neck, like a necklace, because it's just nice and easy, accessible. You can quickly do it. The only thing I am going to do before I start is I'm going to cut that and then put the live on the left on both of them, as when you're going to connect it up, live on the left. So it's nice and easy and ready to go. But yeah, I'll just cut this tape off and prep this ready. Sorry about the squeakiness, I'm standing on a squeaky step, as you can hear. But I'm pretty much ready to go. I've got earth sleeving. I've got my CK croppers. I'm just going to flick it off, strip it back, push it in with earth sleeving on, making sure the grey is contained within the green connection. Oh God, I need to stop moving. Right, let's go. So just pinch it a little bit, pull it off, pinch it, pull it off, cut it, pinch it, pull it off. I am due a new pair of cutters as well. Oh God, that's why I'm due a new pair of cutters. And then bend these out to the right way, bend them out to the right way, get some earth sleeving, which I've got, sleeve that up, cut that one, sleeve the next one up, that one's ready, cut that, pick up your light, and then push all your connections in, so line them up, give them a push in. Make sure you're happy, there's no copper exposed, and then give it a tug test. I'm happy with that. Line this one up. So in 1, 2, 3. Give that a push, and then I can push this all the way back until it clicks. Push this up in the ceiling. Fold these up, and then it's double boarded here, so it's quite stiff to go up, but they will go up. Job's a good one. Just got to put the bulbs in and then just twist on the bezels. That's all the downlights in, all the way around. Just got to go to the board and wire them up now and then get them turned on and we can have a look. I've just got to put the bulbs in and I'm going to run through the different colour temperatures with the customer. Obviously warm, daylight white or cool white, or obviously you can get smart bulbs, which I'll tell them about, which you might invest for. And that's it, we're all on. Smart switch wired up. You can see we've got 6,500K lights there, nice and white. We've got a warm white one here, and then we've got 4,000K here, which is daylight white, which I'd probably go for. Left them like that. I'm going to leave them in overnight so the customer can show his wife and then they can have a discussion together and then decide what's best for them, as it's not my kitchen, it's their kitchen. But I will just show you this. Look how cool this is, this smart switch, Amazon special. So it says spots, and then it's got backlighting on it as well. So that's really cool. I really do like that. It's got backlighting on it, and it was really easy to fit. Same with these JCC fire guards. So I'd definitely opt for JCC fire guards, as they are the most cost-effective one. Realistically, the only thing that can go wrong is the bulb, and it's just literally push twist. You've got a new GU10 in, easy as that, homeowners can do it. Whereas integrated lights, so JCC do their V50s, which are great because they're obviously 50, so they're great for short access areas where you can't put a whole downlight up. And some people do prefer that solid integrated unit, and there's V50s, they have the switchable thing, so you can switch between the colours on the integrated light. But then the only downside is if one goes and the customer's not electrically minded as such, then they'd have to get you back to swap it, which is great in your pocket, but ultimately I try and do what's best for my customers, not just for myself, if that makes sense. So I'm really happy with this job, the way it's come out so far. Obviously I need to cut out the pendant lights and the dining room table light, but I'm letting them get them in situ because we've got a space above. Then I'm going to cut them out because my OCD will go absolutely mad if they're not bang on. So it's not a bad thing, but thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me fitting these JCC lights.